heard this since before Ye was voting Republican.
Welcome back to the channel. Today isn't just about training hard, it's about finding out if I've actually been training right. I've been invited by Styrkr to their lab in Gatwick to take on their new performance testing. This is the kind of thing that can change how you train completely. You might see it as something for only the elite, but I'm going to give you an everyday hybrid athlete's view. So first, we have a 3-hour drive.
Turn the whole world to insomniacs, never let them sleep. Big arm GOG, no cap, less is all caps on the check.
Good afternoon from Styrkr headquarters. I am here at Styrkr's new testing lab, and I'm going to find out exactly what my VO2 Max is, my lactate threshold, and also today we're testing my sweat as well.
Every day I gotta get it. Every day I feel good, man, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, I'm feeling myself, just like I should. Walk on clouds, I just meditate. Need no reason to celebrate. You come with me, we gon' levitate. Elevate, what you gotta say? I can teach you how to step. I can show you how to go. I'ma put you in the mood. You like how I move?
Me, Craig, from the future. I'm sat here editing the video that you're currently watching now. Firstly, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support on the channel. That is a goal of mine for this year, is that I've dedicated myself to 52 videos, so roughly one a week. And your support really means a lot to help this channel grow. So if you are liking this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe along to the channel for future videos as well, where I'll be documenting more about the recovery of my shoulder, more about training, and more about my brand as well. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe along, I appreciate you. I'll see you soon.
Hallelujah, let the church sing. Let's bow in presence of the one King. Lord, can you show me more of you? I'ma give you my full heart and hand in devotion. Not going through the waves, sit back coasting. In your holy name I am boasting. Poured your blood on my grave like we toasting. I got my heart on my sleeve, I play the part that you need. You hung it up on a tree just to gather my soul. And then I fell to my knees and felt the weight of my deeds. And God looked right at me and then this what he told. Seeking you'll find my face, but I don't wanna fall out of grace. Force, who he came to save, yeah. The poor's lost, all the same, yeah. I know the world never won, give his praise in his course. When it's all said and done, I can say I did it all for us. Hallelujah, let the church sing. Let's bow in presence of the one King. Lord, can you show me more of you? price that cost him his life. We talking full-blown perfection for some dust on the mic. The blood that was shed was purer than white. I got a new robe, now he calling me righteous. It's my kid, not what I did, what Christ did. There's no other like him, and all cause the world never won. Keep my game.
Tolerance is super high, and that's why, or yeah, because I've not seen any numbers that high that quickly, because it almost went straight. Like your baseline is 1.5, which is pretty standard, between 1.5 and 1.9 is kind of where we see it. Then it's gone from 1.5 and it's just jumped straight away. It could have an impact, like general fatigue, if you've not been training as much.
Yeah, but
or, you know, it could be that your easy pace needs to be a little bit lower, so it needs to be a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Which is what it might tell us. It might tell us that actually, like your heart rate's at like 150 at your like easy pace. So maybe it needs to be a little bit more. And the only way you'll kind of get that higher, like I said, is training a little bit lower.
Yeah.
So lactate is a funny thing. It's kind of, do you want me to stop that?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, thanks.
It kind of, we use it. People think it's a waste product, but actually you do use it as a fuel. So when
That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
So when we turn anaerobic, which you're like basically in your anaerobic threshold almost immediately, you're using it as a fuel.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of why is your body doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you producing it so quickly? And that's what we need to find out. So what I can do is like, obviously you've seen the results, but I'll give you them. But I could go away and have a little research and think about why that might be so high so quickly.
Because then would it mean I'll just need to, say for instance, if I do a marathon, it would mean that instead of fueling 4 times, I might need to fuel 8 times.
Yeah, it might be.
If I could sustain that pain, like if that pain never gets worse, and I can sustain that for 3.5 hours, which I probably could do, like that, I could hold that probably until, I would say maybe, I could definitely do 4. So that's what? How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another 4.
Yeah. So normally those tests last for about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't see a jump until maybe stage 4 or 5.
Really?
So it stays pretty stable, like 1.9, 1.2, 2.1, that kind of area for like 3 or 4, 5 stages. And then I'll see a jump, and then it'll plateau again, and then I'll see another one.
So that's kind of like the second wind, is it?
Yeah. So it's like
your body adjusts.
Your LT1, so your aerobic, that's the first peak, and then we'll see a plateau, and then we'll see a second peak, which is when you switch to anaerobic. Well, that's when you hit that 4 millimoles. So, yeah, it's interesting.
And based on that, you wouldn't be able to even predict it, would you?
Not really, no. That's why it's difficult, and that's why I'm fascinated. So actually, it helps me like learn things.
Yeah.
But it's obviously just annoying for you.
But it's interesting because I do think that my background is very different to a runner's background. Yeah. But because I started off with a base of CrossFit, for example, and then I went into running, tries, swimming, maybe that's like where my body thinks it's in a different type of workout.
Yeah. And are you? So did you play football growing up as well?
Yeah, loads of football. Yeah.
So you sit when you're playing football. Normally, you sit in an anaerobic threshold the whole time, which is just high intensity, isn't it? You're sprinting and then you're going there and there. You know, so it's like short, sharp bursts of exercise and activity. So which is totally different to a 70.3 or a marathon or an Ironman. You know? So it's interesting because what it might tell you is that to get quicker, you need to go slower.
Yeah.
Which is where it might feel a little bit weird, and quite often
almost like fast walking. So.
Exactly, yeah, and it feels like weird for loads of people to do that. It's unnatural because if you feel like you can talk and have that conversation whilst you're doing it, which you were, why should you go slower? Yeah. But your body's actually telling you I probably should. Yeah. And so like I'm the same.
That's a win still from the data that we've got. That's still a win for me, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the same. I sit at like 165, 170 most of my easy runs, which is not right, and I shouldn't. And people say to me, "Well, you're definitely not in zone 2, Ella." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm talking and I'm having a conversation, so really
conversational pace." Yeah.
And that's the kind of interesting thing about it. So yeah, it's interesting.
Well, that's
See
pretty
what
cool.
your
I'm glad
mood is as
I've given you some
some
different data.
Yeah, it's interesting for sure. We'll give you probably 20 minutes just to
chill,
okay. And then we'll go on to the VO2. If that's all right with you.
Yeah. See if I can.
Sorry that you didn't get to go further.
Oh, don't worry. Honestly, I'd rather accurate data, or rather instead of
something. Yeah, rather than just keep going.
Yeah, that I can't do anything with it.
Exactly.
So what numbers can that get up to?
Oh, it can get up to 15, 16, 17.
Can it?
Yeah, it can. It's just, your tolerance is clearly high, and you're clearly always kind of working in that zone where you're able to tolerate a high lactate buildup, which isn't abnormal. A lot of people are, and HYROX, CrossFit people tend to be, because it's that high intensity straight away.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's 100%. You've nailed it.
You're literally out the gate and you're gone. Yeah. Whereas you've got I'll have triathletes in here who are doing Ironmans or ultra cyclists, for example, who are constantly just sitting in zone 2 all the time. None of their stuff is at high intensity, so it's definitely different for you.
Patiently waiting, you're now witnessing greatness. You're now looking at two aces that's awe and amazement, more than standing ovations. Raw results for the taking, mega rev back, do our thing, don't go with the latest. You know how it goes. They tell me quit, but I'm too lit. Make moves, no excuses. The truth is the shoe fits. These rap cats wearing rap caps, but I'm prudent. I'm seeing through the lies, I ain't foolish. I know how damn Judas is. Making moves quietly kept. I go the way, but you silently slept. Man, I never forget. I got my reps up and I stepped up. We got now, we don't want the next up, cause you know what we are. Greatness only, dog. You can keep the fame, man, you know what we offer. Never break who we are. You can keep the change, man, you know what we offer. Greatness, intensity, solely. Watch how we tell our story, you know what we offer. Nothing I do is below me. You can keep the fame and the glory, you know what we offer. I just want the legacy given. Put my head to the sky, Lord, let it be different. And so it was. No more shoulder shrugs. Back then it was hate, but nowadays they show me love. How times have changed. No more screaming, can you even hear me? Am I out of range? In my own way, I'm in my lane. That's without a shame. How you gonna play this? You know when I say I'm gonna say it. And whatever it takes, I'm gonna take it. Come on. Greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Disappointed with that. I wish I could have gone longer.
What does it feel like?
My feet are burning.
It's hard when you go, you're ramping it rather than it being immediately going out quick and then slowing down kind of thing. So yeah.
I felt I lost it in my head, which is why I'm disappointed.
Look at my dog's eyes, you know what he's coming to do. Make one move and he's talking to you. When I walk in a booth like I'm walking in truth. Never did it for views, don't get it confused. I was born for this, couldn't walk in my shoes. It's greatness, I'm off the, what about you?
So I've just had a shower after the VO2 Max and threshold training. So the results are a mixed bag. My lactate builds up a lot quicker than I realized. Now that could be because I haven't been training recently, or it could just be that being from a football and a CrossFit background where you do tend to just work fast paced very, very quickly. So there's no build up. And then you're just constantly working under that sort of 80-90% fatigue, which means that I won't be able to sustain it. But we also done a little bit of a dive into my sweat. Let's head home and we'll talk about the results with a bit more detail, because the results that I've given Ella aren't necessarily from an endurance background. They are from more of a CrossFit and a HYROX background, where it is very different to running endurance and cycling endurance. So it could be basically she didn't really have that kind of data before, so it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that data. Right, we are back home. It's squeaky chair. So, in short, I have a good VO2 max, but I have a low lactate threshold. So what does that mean? That means that I have a strong engine, so I've got good lungs, but I'm not able to sustain that over long periods of time. So if I was to do a marathon or an Ironman at my kind of paces at the moment, I will significantly struggle. The good thing is I have high potential. So it means that I can consume a lot of oxygen. So that's great for short bursts. So like HYROX and CrossFit, that makes sense to me. I can understand where my body has been used to that. And again, going back to my football days, it is just short bursts of energy, time to recover, or working slightly lower load in CrossFit, then I can recover there and again go back to that burst of energy. But what it means is that my body is producing excess lactate quickly. So when I do that, it means I'm producing more lactate than my body can get rid of. So what this could mean, to become an elite endurance athlete, you have to train like an elite endurance athlete. That sounds simple, but today I think we live in a world where you have to be a hybrid athlete and you have to do everything. Now, I do everything because I enjoy doing everything. I'm not an elite athlete in anything that I do. I just enjoy CrossFit, I enjoy HYROX, I enjoy running and cycling and swimming and all of the events. And I enjoy testing myself in new environments. That is number one. If I want to be better in these particular areas, then training CrossFit isn't going to get me better at running. So like Ella was saying, for me to get a better base, I need to considerably drop my easy pace. So what I used to think is my conversational pace and that I can maintain, which is like 5 to 5:15 minute per K, I was able to hold a long conversation with Ella during this test where for 30 minutes I was chatting to her at a comfortable pace, and that was at 5:15, and we were having a conversation back and forth. But what my body was telling me was that my heart rate was at 150, 160, and it ended up being at 170, that I'm actually not in a zone 2 conversational pace. I'm actually working zone 3, zone 4. So I need to be concentrating on my heart rate more than what I do on my body feel. So my easy runs really need to be easy runs. Like I need to be not looking at paces. I need to be looking at keeping my heart rate below maybe 120, 130, and doing that for a longer periods of time. And that will just benefit my body and my mechanism of running to be able to cope with the lactate building up in my body and be able to distribute it and take it away from me. And that will improve my fat burning process, so anaerobic to aerobic, that I'm using different fuels to fuel my running. So in short, my cardiovascular system is strong, but my metabolic efficiency at high speeds needs targeted training to bridge that gap and bring my threshold up. Because I have the engine size, I just don't have I have a very low base level where I need to be able to bring that level up, and that will only happen by doing slower, easy runs. This was a very exciting day for me. It's not something that everybody gets to do, so I'm super happy that Styrkr reached out and invited me to test out the lab. If you are interested, I will put a link in the bio where you can see every test that they offer. You can also book yourself in, and this is not a advertisement or a sponsored video. I'm just fortunate enough to be an ambassador for Styrkr products, so I won't be making any money off the link, but it gives you an idea of what they test and an idea of what the prices are as well, because yeah, they are not cheap, so they are probably a luxury, and maybe for those elite athletes that are looking to really understand your training, and that is the key message here, is that you will understand your training more. I can guarantee you that from these results. It was clear to me that my conversational pace is not my easy runs, and that's what I'm going to be targeting with my training. So there will definitely be value in this test for you if you do go ahead and book in for them. Thank you for tuning in. Another week, another video. I'm still plugging away at getting those 52 videos throughout 2026. So I appreciate you being here, appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Really helps build this channel and reach new audiences with every view, every sub, every like. So it does honestly not go unnoticed. I appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you next week.